say it's 6.
No, how long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get that.
That's up.
Yeah, so we got it.
Everybody know?
Yeah. We all in it.
Alright, hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we get started, giving all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh,
Ba'Shem,
Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakudash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us truth, and as always, giving peace, much love, and citations to those for elect. It's the Great Millstone National Camp coming at you with a quick lesson through the Spirit and power. Yahweh Ba'Shem Ashai, Lord willing, be edifying to the elect. What did you entitle it, bro?
That's lesson through the Spirit.
Okay, yeah. So we really just hopping on something through the Spirit, as the title said, impromptu, if you will. And I'm gonna really hop into this article that I received the other day from the elders. It's on lifenews.com. And Lord willing, I'll go later on and post a link if brothers are interested. But lifenews.com. It's an article by Wesley Smith, June 11, 2021. And it said, the title is Scientists Surgically Attach Uterus to Male Rats to Make Them Give Birth. Okay? And I mean, we really don't, we're going to go into it a little bit, but we really don't have to go much farther than that, bro. Okay? This is more proof of why this devil, alright, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the people that you know as the so-called white race. This is why this man has to be removed from the planet Earth, because or removed from the power seat and from the planet Earth as well, because look at the shit that he's doing, man. How bored do you have to be to attach a uterus to a male rat? You have too much free time on your hands, man. You know? Now, before I get into this, dude, brothers got anything?
I guess we'll start off with this,
Go
because
ahead.
we were talking about it. Isaiah 14 and 13, we'll read down to 14, and 14 is the main point. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation and the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
And that's his ultimate purpose. You know, Esau Edom's ultimate purpose is to be like Yahweh Ba'Shem Ashai, which is why he's doing things like this, okay, because this is just a small step, you know, which they already do it. They already do this shit with the Transformers, man. You know, they can take a male penis and turn it inside out and make it into a vagina. You'll never know that was a fucking man at birth. You would never know. Put tits on the nigga and everything. You know, shoot some hormones in it, or him. Okay, shoot some hormones in him. He loses mustache and beard. You know, his face get more female-like. Alright, even though the nigga 6'2" and dunking, you just gonna perceive it to be a tall bitch. But no, man, this man is able to do things like this. Why? Because his ultimate goal is to try to be like the Most High. Alright? Try to be all powerful, all in control. Go ahead, Malachi.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 6 down to 8. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. So pollution is never a really good thing. It's never a word that's used for righteousness. And the thing you hear when you hear pollution is stuff being destroyed.
Yeah, Esau love that shit. Stop the pollution on the earth, nigga. You're doing it. This nigga is the only person in history to cause a problem and then push a solution, quote unquote solution. Nigga, the solution is to get you out of the goddamn power seat. You go all around the earth talking about humans are destroying the earth. No, we're not. You're destroying the earth. We don't have oil refineries. We don't have boats and large ass ships to where we can dump a shitload of oil and trash into the ocean. We don't have the capability of doing these things. You do. Humans aren't destroying the earth, and then even when you know, because you niggas love to play semantics, but when you go into the word human, you're not even a human, man.
Yeah.
We're being technical. Alright? You have no pigmentation. Okay? You have no color. Alright? Also going into your name, Esau. Well, what is it? Wasted away? Wasted away is he? You know, because you ain't got no fucking pigment, man. Go ahead, though. Or that was it?
No.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It says, for wickedness, 2nd Ezra 15, 6-8. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Yep.
Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more, as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Because they thought, matter of fact, so like, let me see if I can get that real quick. I think it's in Psalms 50. You know, because you thought that since the Most High hasn't judged you yet, you think that the Most High is dealing with you. Okay? Psalms 50 and 21, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget the Most High, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. You see, you thought this whole time that the Most High has been dealing with you because you've been allowed to get away with all this fuckery. Mm-hmm. Okay, but that's not the case. The case is the Most High is a man of his word, and he simply has to allow prophecy to come to pass. This was prophesied. It was prophesied for you to be the wicked on the earth and to do these things, man. This is the will of the Heavenly Father for you to commit these wicked abomination or abominable acts. All right, and now the Most High no longer has a use for you. You're useless now. You were used as the whipping stick, if you will, for the nation of Israel. Now the what's that scripture say? Thy iniquity is fulfilled. Roughly paraphrasing, thy judgment is fulfilled.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Lamentations 4.
Yeah.
Or daughter of Zion.
Yeah. You know,
And
but
also he forwarded the affliction.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now our punishment is over with, and so yeah, you had to answer for forwarding the affliction of our captivity, man. You know.
I got something.
Go ahead.
When you were getting to that article about Esau switching genders, and we were talking about before, he's starting with animals, where he's doing first steps first to actually put it upon humans and people and stuff.
Cause they do that shit all the time.
Well, yeah,
they always use animals first,
yeah.
and you know, like they use fucking rats and shit to try on makeup products.
They even chip
Why? I don't fucking know.
They even chip animals first.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get this, because this even goes into it. Romans 1 and 25, reading down to 30. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the creator,
Mm-hmm.
who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause the Most High Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature. And that's what Esau's doing. He's going against the nature. He's tearing nature apart, because we got it now to where it's okay to be a mo, it's okay to be a transformer, and to just switch up, you know, how life is supposed to be, like man and woman, male and female animal. Now he's trying to combine them together like a fusion. He's trying to have male on male activity, women on women activity, you know, to basically freakazoids.
Going completely against Yahweh Shemashai, going back to that Isaiah 14.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wants to simply be like the Most High because he wants all control. You know, he believes that he has the right to, you know, tell people or control what people, you know, change their gender and who don't, shit like that.
Right.
He believes he has the power to do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the nature use of the woman. You know, in the scripture talking about men sleeping with mankind is abomination, and they should be both put to death.
You faggots.
Yup. Burned into their lust one toward another. Men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them a reprobate mind, because a lot of you niggas out there are reprobates.
Yeah.
To do these things which are not convenient, being filled with all the unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malgamy, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedience to parents.
Yeah, and it's not convenient to be a homosexual, man. But it doesn't matter which way you look at it. It's not convenient to be a lesbian. You're not able to bring forth life. I don't know what you people fail to fucking realize about that. And for especially for lesbians, because you try to push, oh, we can go get a sperm donor.
That was just a
Great. So now, once again, you dumb bitch, you have to depend on another man's sperm to get one of you pregnant. And then on top of that, the audacity of that stupid ass shit on both sides. What is you goddamn flaming flamboyant ass little jumping Peter Pan niggas, all right? Or you goddamn Tim Duncan wanna be hoes, all right? Either way, you go to the same gender, and whatever your partner is, they're acting just like the quote unquote sex that you don't like.
It just shows that Esau is backwards as hell, and this world is nothing but confusion. Babylon the Great. Babylon means confusion. This whole world is confusion. You can't walk around. You walk around, can't tell if that's a man or a woman. It's so fucked up because, and brothers can all vouch. You just look at somebody, you can't tell if that's a man or a woman, up close or far away, from a far distance. That's fucked up.
And that's what I'm saying. And then, like I said, the stupidity of this whole matter. If you're a lesbian, you go and find a dyke, somebody that acts like a man and dresses like a man, and then uses a strap on. And then if you're a man, you go find another man that acts like a woman. Well, really, both of them niggas be acting like fucking women. But one of them is gonna be more flamboyant than the other. Why not just go get a woman? Why not just go get a man? Go ahead, bro.
So Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
It's in the power of Esau's hand to do this shit, man. He wakes up out the bed, figuring out ways to further the destruction of this planet, and especially the nation of Israel, because he knows the farther that we get from Yahweh Shem Shai means the longer that his kingdom can last. But he knows that he has but a short time, because he sees the prophets of the Heavenly Father out here, man. And he knows that we out here preaching the truth. And there's nothing that he can do to stop it. That's why the nigga just about to say fuck it and just clip everything. Alright, go ahead. Was that on that?
Yeah. I can read verse 2.
It's up to you, bro, unless you got something else.
I'll just read verse 2.
Alright.
Micah 2:2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. So the way he, got, because he has the fatness of the earth, but the blessing that, helped him receive that blessing essentially was the sword. So that's what he used, and he didn't use it through righteous warfare. He used it through pillaging. He used it through murder. And that's how he has dominion over the planet Earth. And now that he has dominion over the planet Earth, like I said, because it's in the power of his hand. So just because he can, he does it. Anything that he can do, he will, because he feels like it.
Yeah, because he's a prideful, stickity bastard, man. Because the scriptures talk about how he's gotten the fatness of the earth, so he's doing as he please. I do it because, like he does it because he can do it, because he's in rulership. That's why. A lot of people act like that. They feel like they in the power to do something. They're like, well, I'm just gonna do it just because. I'm gonna do this just because I got the money for it, just because I have the power.
Where's that scripture at where talks about hurt them which hurt the earth?
That's in Revelations. Destroy them.
Destroy them which that's
because for some reason you don't put one word on, so they don't know what
that's what
the whole other precept is right there, but that one word, bro.
They want it word for word. You want the blue there?
I think it's in 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him get it. Yeah, Revelation 11 and 18.
Yeah, 11
and 18.
Yeah, get that for me. Yeah, like you said, bro, Esau faggot ass. Like I said, if you don't put it verbatim, but all you gotta do is type the letter W on YouTube, and WAP gonna be the first thing to fucking pop up. You fucking demons.
This is Revelation 11 and 18.
I can't stand you, goddamn.
Excuse me, bro. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and at the time of the dead that they should be
So
judged.
like now, why are the nations gonna be angry? Because everybody's gonna find, which they're already doing it, but it's gonna get to an even more severe point. Everybody's realizing that this bitch ain't shit, man. This is like you've been married to a woman for 30 years, and you find out that she been sleeping around the block, fuck the block, the country, okay, for 25 plus years, man. Bitch been a hoe since you been with her. That's why the nations are gonna be angry. That's why the scriptures say that everybody, you know, what does it say? Shoot your arrows at them, man. You know, spare no arrows. Everybody's gonna point these damn missiles toward this bitch, and this shit's gonna be annihilated. Why? Because everybody's sick and tired of the philosophies of America and Babylon the Great. This place has been going on for too fucking long. You people are getting too fucking comfortable, and the Most High is done with this shit. The Most High no longer needs, or he never needed it in the first place. There's no longer a use for you according to these prophecies, man. He's just about to use you to wrap this bitch up and get you out the fucking way, man.
I was thinking this the other day. You know, why they're having all these G summits and having these type of having these type of meetings with Russia and North Korea, America. America knows. They call it summits.
Okay, yeah.
They call it summits or meetings.
Another word for it.
They call it summits, meetings. There's probably another word for it, but
yeah,
Esau knows deep down that he's fucking up. He knows this, that, and the third. That's why he's having these meetings. That's why these other nations are angry and getting tired of it. So they're thinking, having this meeting. Biden just had a meeting with Vladimir Putin like literally yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? It was yesterday, and talking about it was a good relationship, no conflict, no hostility. All that is cat. Look at Vladimir Putin. You can look at his face. He don't give a fuck. He's just doing this whatever. And then
there's no way in hell this nigga Putin was talking months ago about if y'all interfere, we gonna fuck you up. To now, yeah, that's a peaceful talk. No, that bro,
he don't care.
That nigga Putin look like he want a body slam
Biden,
Biden, bro.
Face.
That nigga gonna put him on his neck.
He don't care. He was
that
doing
nigga's
that.
a true Russian, bro.
He was doing that with.
That nigga don't give a fuck.
That's why when all hell break loose, Russia's about to go back into the USSR. They gonna go back how they were back in the 40s, man.
That nigga like
not
Captain
giving
Price. He about to fuck
with
you
no beard.
For real.
But he don't care, man. That's why he's doing these talks just to keep the people of America at ease. But deep down, he knows, and then also the Lord's gonna put a spirit on these nations to lash out. Esau know a war about to happen, man. There's flying of multiple articles saying that there's about to be a World War III. We're already at war. There's been trade wars. There's a lot of things going on. We've been at this.
It's just not physical yet.
It's just not physical. It's about to get physical. Shit, Russia got its troops on the Ukraine border. And once shit pops off with Iran, Russia on top of that, their allies, they're going to back up Iran. And there are already tensions between Iran and the U.S. I forgot what base it was, but I think it was yesterday. A base got attacked, and like 32 to 36 were injured. I forgot what military base. I
know what you're talking about. I don't remember.
I sent it in the chat. I forgot what it was.
Talking about, though. But go ahead, finish it up.
Salaki, I'll start at the top again. Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that feared thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth.
Man, now who's the one that's destroying the earth? That's common sense, man. That's not even a question. You know, it's Esau Edom. As you people know, the so-called white man. The man that you praise so much, you know, I say it all the time, Jacob ride Esau dick to the sunset. Okay? That man is the one that's in control of destroying the earth. So these nations are gonna come together and destroy that him, really.
Yeah.
You know? We're starting with Babylon the Great. And then, you know, Yahweh Shai gonna finish it up, man. He gonna finish the job. The missiles gonna annihilate America, plus the chariots, plus Yahweh Shai. And then, you know, when it says he had many crowns, okay? He's taking everybody. You see, and then for you other countries, you don't get away. You don't get a pass, bro. Because most of y'all niggas are still Edomites. Yeah. You know, because when we go into the nations and we talk about the, you know, when we say like the certain parts of the Europeans and things like that, or this nation or that nation, we ain't talking about you motherfuckers, man. You see, Esau has taken over the whole planet Earth, and he's stolen the identity of these nations. Okay. So no, Yahweh Shai gonna take everybody power seat. Nobody's gonna have a power seat. He's taking everything, and y'all niggas gonna fall in line, man.
Cool.
Go ahead, bro.
I want to get this because we talked about the wine, which is ideologies, philosophies.
Yep.
So when because it talks about them being drunk off wine. So when they finally sober up, they're gonna realize how trash that was.
Yeah.
And they're gonna realize that, especially because just like how Sodom and Gomorrah was an example, America is going to be a greater example. They're gonna realize that the ways that America was pushing the God of the Israelites, the real true God, not whoever the fuck they were worshiping, does not like that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's really gonna fuck them up, because they're not trying to end up like that. Revelations 18:1-3. It says, "And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxen rich through the abundance of her delicacies." Which that's another thing, because America is a top consumer nation, so America is having these other nations cash the hell out, especially China. Everything you fucking get is from China.
Mm-hmm.
They get money from that shit. That's why you got people, when you read down this, they gonna be like, oh, like that was a big customer of ours. And that whole country is fucking blown to smithereens, man.
Yeah. You got something?
No, that was it.
You got something? Let me see. We can really
Check the battery.
really tap into this article a little bit more, but I mean, the point's really been made. Let me see.
And that one Proverbs talks about, "There's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is the ways of death."
Yeah.
Majority of the people here are walking down that broad gate, that path that they perceive to be good, but who is it good to? Because we've talked about that before. When somebody dies, and they'll say, "Well, he was a good man." Who was he good to? By what standard was that good?
Jake will walk around and do a GTA heist and kill everybody in there, and then they found out that he died. Everybody in the family talking about he was good, and yeah, it's like, what did he do that was
He
good?
never did nothing to nobody. Nigga, he
just killed
robbed.
a whole building.
You know what I'm saying? Like all these, especially like in this whole Black Lives Matter, Coon Lives Matter bullshit. I'm gonna start calling it that, man. CLM, Coon Lives Matter, because that's all you niggas is, a bunch of fucking coons. Nobody give a fuck about you niggas, man. Esau don't even give a fuck about you niggas. Then you got two dykes running that shit.
And Esau.
Right. And then the brother, not the brother, Salaki, but the elders was posting the articles about it the other day. Them niggas, they got an answer about $90 million. $90 million that's been raised by BLM has just disappeared. So everybody's like, where the fuck that money go? You see, you niggas is fucking simple, man. And it's all going back to this nigga Esau.
And our people really want to wonder why do everybody hates the so-called black people, even Hispanics and Native Americans, but really being shots being really thrown at so-called Negroes. It's because this is not your rest. This place is not for you to prosper, man. And that's the biggest problem our people are failing to realize. They want to make it in this society. They want to live with the so-called white man. They want to live in alliance. They want to have half of the freedom, half of the bread. But and they know that Esau ain't trying to fork over the other half of the bread. So nigga, why are you fighting for something that you know that you're not gonna get? What's the point? Well, I want that piece of bread. He's not gonna give it to you, nigga. What are you trying so hard for?
Esau, this is what Esau is more concerned about. I'm gonna touch back on this article real quick. This is what Esau is putting his time and effort into. He's not putting his time and effort into saving niggas. He don't benefit nothing out of that. Going back to this thing, man. Years ago, the late Joseph Fletcher and Anything Goes utilitarian, sometimes called the patriarch of bioethics, yearned for a time when men would give birth. You see? And then now, going down real quick, talked about some XY and shit, transgender, all that other shit. Scientists just took a big step towards making that once unthinkable prospect, biological males giving birth, a reality. Rats were subject to an experiment in which a male was surgically attached to a female, so they were shared blood, and then a uterus was transplanted into the male. Embryos were implanted in transplanted uterus, and some of the pups were gestated to a successful cesarean birth. Yeah, for the first time, a mammalian animal model of male pregnancy was constructed by us. And yeah, these niggas take pride in this shit, man. And they're doing it, you know, in the thoughts of, as this nigga Fletcher said, you know, they yearn for a time when men can give birth. You gotta be the fucking devil to do some shit like that, man.
Oh my god.
And you wonder why we talk all this, we ain't even talking shit, we talking facts. You wonder why we bring all these things out on Esau, why the spirit is bringing out all these things on Esau. This nigga's kingdom cannot be continued, man. The scriptures talk about damn. What it talks about for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. We're roughly paraphrasing that those days want to be shortened. Hey, if it wasn't for the elect, man, you know, being saved out here, man, this shit would be over. Everybody would fucking die, including Esau himself, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
It's Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. Because this is the facts right there. But even with that, because I know, like, personally, when we try to say, you know, the Bible's true, I like to pull out the 2nd Ezra 15. I think it's 15. Words are faithful and true.
Yeah.
15:2.
Yeah.
But when you think about that, you need faith to even believe that precept.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just it's just words on a paper. And that's all the Bible is to a lot of these people. Most of these people. 95% of these people.
Well, that's what it says. Faithful and true. You gotta have faith, like you just said.
Yeah. So if you really believe the Lord, this is what it is right here. Genesis 1 and 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. So he created man and he created woman. One is lesser than the other, and they're not the same. They're not meant to be, wow, today I'm a man, but next Tuesday I'm going to get a pussy. It doesn't work like that. That's not how this works.
And it's so
It's not
slocky.
He, she, them.
Well, no, that's even more bugged out because niggas walk around talking about identifying myself as a loin cheater. Nigga, you can't do that.
Like that one bitch, and they had in the you know, and it's the it's going back to the stupidity of this fucking place, because you can identify as a man or a woman when you're the complete opposite gender, but I can't identify as being vaccinated. Well, that doesn't work like that, nigga. How? Your shit works like that, but mine doesn't. Nigga, if I identify as being vaccinated, then that's what it is.
Or they tell you there's multiple genders, it's not just
Yeah.
two.
You got
That's
you,
so bugged
you
out.
got fucking, you know, crackers, like full on crackers identifies, or no, it was a black bitch. Well, she was most likely a tear. You know, so through the spirit she was probably correct. But she's talking about how she identified as being white. You know, which Esau's carnal, he ain't gonna see that shit, man. But you know, things like that is cool to say, but like I said, you can't identify, you know, you wake up, you know, tomorrow, if I'm filling out a job application and I circle Pacific Islander, you know, or Caucasian, and then I pull up looking like this, they can be like, what the fuck? You lied. No, this is what I identify as. Then there's a problem.
The biggest example of that is we're saying we're the Israelites and we can't do that.
Yeah.
So,
And
not
that's a
Israel.
problem.
that's
not
actually
Israelite.
reality.
Yeah, that's a problem. You know? And that's cool. We'll take that edge, you know what I'm saying, for identifying and calling out the truth, because we are the Israelites according to the Bible. You know, we
gotta-
fully believe that.
You gotta have, I would say, you gotta have faith towards that too. You gotta believe that you're an
Yeah.
Israelite.
Because, you know, a brothers go into it, you know, there's no actual way of, a hard copy way of tracing your lineage back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
No.
Or really, Salakia, 12 patriarchs, you know, Judah all the way down to Issachar. There's no physical way of doing that. You got Jake out here trying to do that and they're bugged out. But, you know, Romans 8 and 16, you know, the Spirit bear witness
You know, when
that
Esau,
we the children of the Most High.
it's like
You got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say, like, you know, when you're trying to find out, Esau will tell you to take that heritage thing where you spit in a bottle or cotton
DNA
swab,
test.
DNA test, and tell you go back to this, which is not
Ancestry.
even, ancestry. That's what it's called. That's what people try to find their lineage.
It only goes back but so far. I'm saying there's no actual way to go back all the way to the 12 patriarchs to see which tribe you descend from. You know?
Elder Rokiah Kwam from London.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
went into that because it's never perfect. Sometimes you can have more from your mom or more from your dad. It just depends on, because genetics is random. So
Yeah.
if you have a so-called black man and a so-called white woman and they have 8 kids, they're not all going to look the same. So, but even when you look at it as, okay, I'm half my mom, half my dad, you're all right away, because the elder was going into it, right away, you're already 25% of your grandpa. So then from there, it's just going to be small as fuck. So you could be 90% this, but your father's line, few generations up, is that 1% that was on the test.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what you would call yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That shit don't make no sense, man.
It's fucking confusion.
It's inaccurate. Because he was also saying they really just compare DNA and they just go off landmass and shit like that.
Shit, it's my vain opinion, but I believe them niggas just send you some random shit. You know, and have you pay $80.
And collect your data. You literally spit or hock a loogie in a tube and send it back.
Nigga made a clone out your ass. Go ahead, up.
There's Hosea 1:10. It says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered." And which that's definitely not Amalek, because they have a small amount of people.
Which on top of that too, that's what you call it? I think it was King David. They got judged for that.
Numbering Israel.
Yeah. Was it him?
Yeah.
Okay, kinda, yeah. You know. Go ahead.
It says, "And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God."
Yeah. That's it. What was that?
Hosea 1:10.
Okay. You know. Brothers got anything else? I mean, yeah, well, you know, Lord willing, that was edifying through the Spirit. Like I said, we just really willing to tap into the article, and then you see the the Spirit took it here and there. But once again, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. Before we close, giving all praise, honor, and glory.
To Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakudash.
Double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. All right. True leaders of Israel today, the ones who taught us the truth. All right. And once again, peace, love, salutations, and blessings to those who elect. The house of David. Hey, y'all brothers, keep pushing, keep fighting this good fight of faith. All right, don't let no man take your crown. If that's Shalom, calling y'all Shalom, off of the ball.
Shalom, Bapa.